The Silvercrest pack had always been blessed. Hunters never returned empty-handed. Rivers never ran dry. Pups were born healthy and strong. The elders said it was the Moon Mother's favor. Alpha Ronan Ashclaw believed something else. He believed it was his leadership. At 29, Ronan was powerful, respected, and feared. His word was law, and no wolf dared question him. But there was one person in the pack who quietly carried a different kind of power. Her name was Elara. Elara lived on the edge of the packlands in a small wooden cabin. She was kind, gentle, and soft-spoken. Wolves often came to her when they were injured or troubled. Strange things happened around her. Flowers bloomed early near her home. Sick wolves recovered faster when she cared for them. Even restless pups became calm when she touched them. But Elara never spoke of her gift, because she knew what it was. She carried the blessing of the moon, a rare power passed down through generations of moon-touched women. Wherever she lived, the land flourished. Wherever she was loved and protected, the moon's blessing followed. But Ronan never noticed. He barely knew she existed. Someone else noticed her, though. Liana. Beautiful, ambitious, and determined to become Ronan's Luna. Liana hated the way people trusted Elara, hated the quiet respect the elders gave her, and most of all, she hated that Ronan sometimes listened when Elara spoke. So Liana decided Elara had to go. The pack house was crowded that evening. Wolves gathered after the council meeting, talking and laughing. Elara was helping carry food to the kitchen when she heard shouting upstairs. Moments later, a scream. Everyone turned. Liana came tumbling down the staircase, crashing onto the floor with a painful cry. Gasps filled the room. Ronan rushed forward immediately. "Liana!" She clutched her arm, tears streaming down her face. Then she pointed, straight at Elara. "She pushed me!" The room fell silent. Every pair of eyes turned toward Elara. Her heart dropped. "No!" she said immediately, shaking her head. "I didn't!" Liana sobbed harder. "She's jealous of me. She said I didn't deserve to stand beside you." Elara looked at Ronan desperately. "Alpha, please. I swear I never touched her." For a moment, Ronan hesitated, but Liana's crying grew louder. "I could have broken my neck." Murmurs spread through the crowd. Ronan's expression hardened. "Elara." Her stomach twisted. "Yes, Alpha." "You are no longer welcome in Silvercrest." The words struck like a blade. Her breath caught. "Please," she whispered. "You know me. You know I would never hurt anyone." But Ronan had already turned away. "You have until sunrise to leave our territory." The pack watched in silence. No one defended her. No one spoke. And in that moment, Elara's heart shattered. Elara packed what little she owned in silence. Her small cabin felt colder than it ever had before. Outside, the full moon hung in the sky. It felt like the only thing that still believed her. She stepped onto the forest path before dawn. Each step away from Silvercrest felt like tearing a piece of her soul. She had grown up there, trusted those wolves, loved that pack, and Ronan, the alpha she had always quietly admired, had never believed her. Tears blurred her vision. "I didn't do it," she whispered to the night, but no one was there to hear. As she crossed the border of the territory, something invisible shifted. The wind changed, the forest grew quiet, and the blessing of the moon left Silvercrest forever. Elara walked for 2 days without rest. Hunger and exhaustion finally overcame her. She collapsed near the border of another territory. The last thing she saw before losing consciousness was the silhouette of a wolf approaching. When Elara woke, she was lying in a warm bed. Soft light filtered through a window. Panic rushed through her. She sat up quickly. "You're safe." The voice was calm and deep. A tall man stood near the doorway. His dark hair framed sharp but gentle features. This was Alpha Kalen Nightfang, leader of the Moonridge Pack. He studied her carefully. "You were found unconscious near our border." Elara lowered her eyes. "I'll leave as soon as I'm strong enough." Kaelin frowned. Why would you leave? She hesitated. Because that's what people do when they don't want trouble. Kaelin walked closer. Who hurt you? Something in his voice broke the walls around her heart. No one had asked her that before. And suddenly, Elara began to cry. She told him everything. The accusation, the banishment, the pack she had lost. Kaelin listened without interrupting. When she finished, he said quietly, "You are welcome here." Her eyes widened. Even if I bring trouble? Kaelin shook his head. Anyone who casts out someone without proof is the one who invited trouble. It was the first time since her exile that Elara felt something warm inside her chest. Hope. Back in Silvercrest, disaster began quietly. Hunters started returning empty-handed. Rivers ran low. Crops began failing. The elders gathered in worry. This has never happened before. Even Ronan noticed, but he refused to believe the truth until the oldest elder finally said it. The blessing left with the girl. The words struck him like lightning. Elara? The elder nodded. She carried the Moon Mother's favor. Ronan felt his stomach twist. Memories rushed back. The flowers near her home, the healings, the peace she brought. And suddenly he understood. He had banished the very heart of his pack. Ronan rode out the same night to find her, but when he reached Moonridge territory, he saw something that shattered him. Elara stood beside Alpha Kaelin, laughing, happy, safe, and the land around them flourished. Kaelin's arm rested gently around her shoulders. Ronan's chest tightened painfully. The blessing had chosen its new home. Ronan stood at the border for a long time, watching the life that should have been his. When Elara finally noticed him, her smile faded. She walked toward the border slowly. Kaelin followed close behind. Ronan's voice broke. Elara, I made a terrible mistake. Her eyes filled with tears. Yes, she whispered. I didn't push Liana. I know that now. Silence stretched painfully. Please come home, Ronan said. Elara shook her head softly. Silvercrest was my home. Her voice trembled. But you cast me out. Ronan looked at Kaelin. And now you belong here. Kaelin said nothing. He simply placed a protective hand over Elara's. That small gesture said everything. Elara wiped her tears. I hope your pack recovers, Ronan. Then she turned away, walking back toward the Alpha who had believed her when she had nothing. Ronan remained standing at the border long after they disappeared. The moon shone above him, but its blessing no longer belonged to him. The foolish Alpha who once had everything had lost it all.